waiver wire leftovers. These are some names that we either did mention on Friday, but wanted to underline one more time, or names we didn't mention at all. And this is a guy that I feel like we mentioned every waiver wire podcast. We've also mentioned him on this podcast. It's Tari Eason, who had a big game Saturday, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 dimes, a steal, 2 triples. The minutes and points, Raf, in that game, the most of his young career. I just feel like with this team being as bad as they are, right, it's only a matter of time before Eason is consistently getting enough minutes to be like just a must play in fantasy, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that completely. I think, as you mentioned, he's been playing better basketball. And I don't think Houston wants to go like 1-81 or anything like that. So he's gonna get to
Be bad,
play because
bad for
he's
morale. Bad for
yeah,
morale.
he's proven to be one of their better players thus far. So I think he's one that's worth picking up. I think KJ Martin's worth a look as well with Jabari's struggles. So those are both two guys that you probably want to consider. I don't know about
Mm.
tonight just because everyone's playing, but down the
Yeah.
line, later in the week, those are two guys you could probably consider for picking up and putting on the back end of your roster.
Yeah, Dvorchik and BT Photo both pointed out that there are no games on Tuesday because of the election,
Correct.
which
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
knew. But I still can't believe they stacked everybody on Monday instead of Monday and Wednesday. But Matt, you mentioned Eric Gordon still plugging away for the Houston Rockets. Like he's the problem. Like he's the reason that Tari Eason and KJ Martin are not automatic fantasy pickups because he's just out there clogging things up and slowing all the kids down. He's like the old man on his lawn chair screaming at the kids to get off his lawn. Like, get him out of there. Send him to somebody who's trying to win a championship. Let these kids play. Because I feel like if you pick up Tari Eason right now and you plug him in there on Wednesday, he's gonna have a dud. It's gonna be up and down, inconsistent, but man, there's so much potential there. I think Tari Eason is going to blow up next year.
Next year. What about this year? We need this year, Steve. We're angling for this year.
Well, I think he's going to really be the guy next year, Matt. I don't know what to tell you.
I think another issue for this week is that they only play 3 games. So I don't think you'd want to pick up Eason or even KJ Martin right now, but it's something where you watch them this week. And if they both perform well, then you look at them for next week.
I mean, I also think that Eason is the guy who I think he's like 23% rostered in Yahoo. I just feel like this is one where if you have the discipline to just keep him on your bench and say, yeah, it's not time yet, but I don't want to miss out on this one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to pay off, but you are going to have to look at some other players who are more productive this exact minute than him for a stretch, but I think it might pay off. Cam Thomas of the Nets has had 2 strong games in a row this weekend with Kyrie Irving suspended. In those 2 games, averaged 19 points, 4 boards, 5 dimes, a steal, 1.5 threes, 30-plus minutes. He's averaging in those 2 games, 35% rostered. Steve, I think there was garbage time in one of those games, certainly, but Steve, it's feeling like this is the contingency play, right? If while Kyrie Irving's out,
it's time. It is time. It's here. I picked him up everywhere I could, and I feel like this is Tari Eason last year, right? Like Cam Thomas has got to play. We need some more Cam Thomas minutes. Now we're getting him. He's here, and it's time. I'm all in on Cam Thomas. DFS, fantasy, whatever.
Yeah, it's funny that the increase in minutes came right after he posted on Instagram, free CT, because he wasn't playing. But it didn't make sense for Brooklyn to not play a first-round pick to begin with, and especially with their slow start. Why not see what you have there? Kyrie getting suspended has opened the door for even more minutes for him. And, it's not a guarantee that Kyrie's back after 5 games. He has conditions that he has to meet. So we could be looking at even longer of a stretch for Cam Thomas to be a viable fantasy guy. So, yeah, I'd be in favor of picking you up right now, too.
Bones Hyland missed a couple games recently with a hip injury. Now, he bookended those missed games with a big 26-point game and a big 24-point game. That's certainly the upside that we hope to see from Bones Hyland, and long overdue if you drafted him. But, Raph, do you see a higher ceiling for him consistently in the near future, or do you think we're just kind of living in a boomer bust reality with Bones?
Yeah, it's boomer bust. A lot of the damage he did against the Spurs on Saturday was in garbage time. They kind of blew that game open early. So
Right.
I can't put too much into that. And you have to think that as the season progresses, we're only going to see even more of Jamal Murray in that starting role. So, yeah, if you have Bones, you hold on to him, see where that can take you. But I'm not too convinced about his ceiling with Jamal Murray there.
Yeah, it's funny. I've got Bones on a couple of my rosters, and every Monday I feel like I'm like, ooh, who can I pick up if I drop Bones Hyland? And I look at the waiver wire, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna keep him.
Yeah.
And I think that's sort of who he is at this point. I like the fact that he kind of blew up in 2 straight games because he really wasn't doing a whole lot before that. So, and the Nuggets, Nuggets are good. They're 6-3. They're going to be winning a lot of games. Hopefully he gets a lot of garbage time availability. And also Jamal Murray is not exactly a picture of health. Like who knows how many games he'll play this season. So far, so good on that front. But yeah, I mean, I'm still optimistic about old Bones.